to You Choose. You Choose is a channel where you get to choose content. So this week is about unicorns. Vicky, thank you for another fabulous topic. So unicorns are meant to symbolise love, grace, beauty, gentleness, and unity. For those who don't really know what unicorn is, it's a typical horse with what would be a ice cream cone stuck on the top of their head. This can be various different colours. They don't have to be the traditional white unicorn that we describe in some storybooks. I actually looked up the versions of unicorns that you can get. So you can get a cartoon version, which we see in things like My Little Pony, but they also have things like Pegasus with these wings and stuff like that. But there are actual typical ones that we can typically see. There's the white one, which I described a minute ago. There's a raven, which is a typical white one, but the cone is pinkish. You've also got a magicorn, which is the corn is meant to resemble magical powers. You've also got a rainbow unicorn, which means that the rainbow colours are along their mane and along their tail, and also in their horn. You've got a bright Pegasus, which is one with wings. You've also got a feathered unicorn, which there wasn't a picture on the website, so my description will be not as brilliant. I'm going with that it's like instead of the fur of a horse, it's the feathers of a bird, so it's more, I guess, like, I don't know if anyone's watched Harry Potter. I would say like buckbeak feathers of his wings, but just along the whole duration of his body. You've also got a straight horns, which is a unicorn. His horn is completely straight. There's no curves in the horn as it goes up. It is completely straight. You've also got amber, which they are ginger in all of its colours. Dark, which I guess you guys know would be that he was a blackish horse. And then there's a black one, which is completely black. The first unicorns that I mentioned in history are back when King Arthur was around. So King Arthur, one of the really old-fashioned stories of King Arthur's story, instead of him riding horses, he was riding a unicorn. So I think that made him seem more king-likey and knighty. There actually is a real life unicorn. Unfortunately, it's not majestic or beautiful or anything like that. It looks like a rhino with one horn in its head, horn in its head, and the horn is not spirally. It doesn't look majestic. He has hair of a wildebeest. He looks very musky and he does not look like a majestic unicorn. You can also have also in history obviously a narwhal, which is a dolphin/whale that has a giant horn coming out of its head. They don't exist anymore, but they are incredibly one of my favourite sea animals. But now in modern days, there are things like unicorns are used as things like kids like to have them as their symbolisation. They've definitely become more unisex. I've definitely had boys in childcare that loved unicorns and it's a unicorn. And I've definitely had girls that are like, yes, unicorn, but I've also had girls that hate them and think that they're too girly. The very interesting thing is, the WF who asks you to adopt different animals. They, to promote rhino adoption, they've decided that instead of calling it rhino, they're calling it Adopt the Unicorn to make children want to adopt an animal that they are so used to and so majestically associated with horn-like creatures. But actually, they're actually adopting a rhino, not a unicorn, sadly. There's also a unicorn in a relationship, so it's called throuple relationship. So it's when there is 3 people in a relationship. It doesn't have to be the same sex. It can be the same sex. It can be 3 girls together, 3 boys together, 2 boys and a girl, 2 girls and a boy. The unicorn is the one who is the person who enters into the relationship. They usually tend to be younger than the 2 current partners, but they can be older. It's meant to be the one that spices up the relationship. There's a great series called Yumi Her on Netflix, which explains this in much more better detail than I have. But it is something that people say, oh, look, you're the unicorn because you're the one that's spiced up the relationship that the previous couple would have had. But for me, unicorns are definitely not that. They are the horse creature with the unicorn, with the horn on their head. They've got their bright, beautiful colours. They're something you want to instantly stroke as you see them. They're soft, they're kind, I've always liked horse racing, so there's something. So if I saw one, I'd be like, I want to ride it. I want to sit on that horse. So there's something that I call majestic and very comforting. I desperately need some more content for comments and stuff. So either if some of you have my numbers, so private message me a topic if you don't wish to comment below, or say to me when you next see me, just say, oh, Lucy, I'd like for you to do this or that or this. I would prefer to have a long list than me constantly asking everyone every week, so I can keep going. It just will help. Or I've also started my university course now, which is a PGCE. So if anyone wants to know about primary school teaching or how my year is starting, please happily say and I happily explain. Or anything to do with things like any things I might have mentioned in my first ever video. So if you want to go back and watch that, please do. Otherwise, please just have a little look around and see any topics that I may have mentioned. Don't forget, I like water and I like history. I've loved researching unicorns. So anything that involves researching, I love. So pick a really random topic like, I don't know, the colour pink or a pencil, or history about blindness or something like that. Or even if someone wants to happily do an interview for me, that'd be great. Can't wait to hear your topics. See you next week.